This is the world of company secretaries. On this channel, you can watch interviews with company secretaries across the world. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon. As a CS in a big MNC, especially a big pharma like Pfizer, what are the kind of challenges which you face?
To note the challenges, there are many. It's not that one or two. When you talk to a very successful person, they will not just talk about success, they'll also talk about the failures.
True.
So, for me to be where I am today and what I'm capable of being doing, it was not easy to be there where I am, because it is not just for the sake of saying I'm saying, but it's a fact. It's a true story of me that I'm sharing here. The kind of challenges, there will be a lot of hiccups in terms of you taking up certain things. Your own mindset, your own thoughts will not let you do certain things. Like, for example, if the organization has to do something, some kind of decision that need to be taken up, and this is not as per law, and now they'll come to you for the opinion, and you will take your time. At times it is always important to take out time, buy out some time, rather than just giving random opinions about any matter. So at least I take 24 hours time to get back to anybody who asks me any questions. Like, not always. If I have an answer instantly, then yes, and I know 100% it is clear, I'll give it out. If I have any kind of doubts or ambiguity, then I hold on to myself and buy out that time, and then have a thorough understanding of what I'm going to talk, then only I'll talk. So in that aspect, you have to be so much thorough. You should not be just giving any kind of leeway in terms of what you are doing, and there should not be questions on you. If that questioning comes, then you are damaging your own reputation. Don't let that happen, because this is a very respectful job and respectable profession, as per my understanding is concerned, and I have no second thought about it. That will always be there. So it is up to you how you are going to make anybody else give the same kind of respect to you. So take up the additional jobs and responsibilities along with your CS. This is really one of the most important parts. Many a times what I have heard from my couple of friends is, okay, I'm doing only company secretarial thing. What more I can do in an organization? There's so much to do. If you look
Exactly.
back, yes.
In
If you
fact,
look at,
that brings me to my next question. Since you are telling, I'll just ask that question before you complete. Like you said, it is not just CS. There are so many other things. So, in your view, what is the scope and future trends about the company secretary profession? Because you've already been around for almost 15 years now, and the scope is, many students feel the scope is just company law, compliance, filing some forms. This is a very wrong understanding. And as teachers, if they tell, they might not understand. But somebody who's been in the industry, if you could share what you think is the future trend and prospects of CS.
okay, um, the future trends is digitalization. Be very clear, this is going to be a norm of everything, because I'm now working on digitalization of my statutory records. It's like I'm updating everything in a digital format, and even my auditors are accepting the same thing. So they are not even asking me any questions, no questions asked. It's all accepted. And it also gives me a way for making any changes. But so again, don't take disadvantage of that particular technology, because once done, it is done. You should not be changing it for any reason unless there's a very, very strong requirement of doing so. So do digitalize, and your focus area should be mainly on how you can broaden your horizon. Company secretary, yes. What next? There are labor law reforms that are happening. Be very attentive and clear about where you can add value. Can there be any compliance chart that can be created? Just doing the boardroom meetings and filing the required forms and doing some kind of secretarial work, follow-up job, doesn't give you a lot of returns. That's only a part of your job. That's your forte. That's your core area. You cannot forget that. You have to be 100% into it. What more? Compliance. Compliance, when you call compliance, there are two categories in compliances. One is statutory compliances, which is all related to the government, the filings that you need, the payments that you make, the returns that you have to document, everything. And another thing is organizational compliances. So this organizational compliances can be anything. It can be on ethics, it can be on governance, it can be on your POSH, it can be on CSR, it can be X, Y, Z, some kind of policies, procedures, some kind of rules and regulations internally, all those things, some kind of control, some kind of issues that need to be triggered. And how do you manifest your self as a professional to change these things? How do you bring in that change which you want to see? You have to think like a businessman. So you cannot be just thinking from a bookish angle. So, okay, this is
True.
what the law says, this is what I would do. No, there is a very much different between how a book is writing the law and how exactly that practically done. So that you need to remember. And at any point in time, one should not be a showstopper. Yes, this is wrong as per law, but how can I get it right? And how can my business flourish because of what I am giving as an opinion? That should be your focus area.
Yeah, I think it's really nice that you brought a very important point which students really don't get at the time of studying. That is the organizational compliance part, which is actually a very huge part. Because when I speak to many of my friends or people who are in the corporate, just like how Vedavati is, there is a huge chunk of work which is not statutory compliance. You just think that we have to deal with ROC or IT department, labor law department, but good companies have a lot of policies like ethics or POSH or other things, and that itself is a huge opportunity if you're ready to take it up. And the first person they'll come to actually is CS, because that is your role and that is your background. So this is the value I want to just tell students before we go back to Vedavati. This is the value you get when you talk to a professional like CS Vedavati, where they're bringing in the angle of even statutory compliance, organizational compliance, what is the scope which is there, and that is why you should watch our show.